I guess I'll do it this way. I'll do it this way. Oh, also, thank you very much, Gwenham, for subscribing while I get this video set up real quick. I wanted to let everybody know that I am trying something right now. I am setting up a PayPal pool to try to help with some of the debts that have accumulated over the last 2 years. And for anybody who donates to that, I do want to try to give something back to them. So I wanted to let y'all know that as a combined effort of trying to get better at doing voice acting stuff and also to help pay my own bills, I am opening up a PayPal pool, and anybody that donates to the pool, send me a message on top of it with some kind of contact info, anything that you can do for any project that you want me to voice over, anything like that. Not necessarily like paid work as such, just you send a gift to me for me to be able to afford debts, and I do a thing for you as a result. I guess that is technically paid work, but it's not. I don't know the distinction specifically, but it's an idea that ran past my head because I thought about it for a little bit, and the stress of the financial stuff kind of creeping up in the background has been making it very hard to function, like for a lot of reasons. I know that, what was it? Katini asked a bit ago, hey, what are you doing? Have you picked up any of the Yu-Gi-Oh! McDonald's collaboration stuff? I just had to go, no, I haven't. I don't have money. I have $4 in my bank account, and I have 54 cents in my PayPal account. That's where I'm at right now. Dark Excalibur says, does this mean we can hire Suris as a voice actor? We can pay to put words in his mouth? Yes, basically. That's exactly what it means. I made a post about this. In fact, actually, I'll pull it up on Twitter real quick, but I did make a post about this and pinned it on my Twitter where I said, hey, looking for a voice that stands out, whether it's audiobook narration, a web series that you're looking to dub, or a character voice, I've got you covered. DM me your project specifications and I would love to work with you. I'll have my demo reel linked as well as some of my work below. So I've got my demo reel here for those who haven't listened to it before. It's something I threw together, but I'll go ahead and play it for you now, I suppose, as soon as I can get it to.
My name is Christopher, and this is a demo reel. Wow, you look like shit. That's because there's a lot of monsters out there. Monsters, you say? Sure would be a shame if any of them were here.
I don't think that guy's quite right.
Oh, definitely not. He's probably a monster.
But what if it is a monster? I can't even spell it.
It's probably something that's about to harm you, like right now.
I don't think my medical insurance covers that.
It probably doesn't unless you're going to a quack.
What you talking about, my practice? I am a legitimate businessman.
We, seem to have gotten sidetracked away from the talk about the monster. He's still right there.
And that's about it. It just a very, very quick demo of some of the voices that I can do, but the thing with voice work that I've learned is that it's not just about voices you can do plural, it's about the experience you have with acting with those characters. I made that demo reel a while ago before I got my first official gig working on a video game, which that will come out in September, and maybe if I'm supremely lucky, like ridiculously lucky, the video game will sell very well. It's City of Overton. Maybe I'll be able to afford everything as soon as payment from that comes in. Who knows? But in the meantime, what I am wanting to do is try to get more voice acting experience. So anybody who is a viewer of mine can submit anything that you want me to voice within reason. Like, I'm not going to do the 14 words or slurs or anything like that, obviously, but within reason. And like, I think it goes without saying, if you send $1 and you want me to voice a sentence, cool. If you send me $100 and you want me to voice an entire book, that probably won't be happening. I don't think I actually have the amount of spoons to put in that kind of long, like 60 to 70 hours of work of narration for that amount. So like, obviously be a little cognizant of how much money is being spent versus what you are asking. If you send in like $500 as an example. Don't ask me to narrate a single sentence. Ask me to narrate something that is a little more, something with a little more depth, something with a little more words in it. Just anything that makes sense for that amount of money, but not, I sent you $100. I just want you to say the war words one time. Although people do that anyways, in any way, shape, or form. Jassabot Proxy says, with books, it depends on finished hours, so it's less than you would think. Fair. Dark Excalibur says, I was gonna send $500 and demand Suris voice the words a single sentence. One, Dark Excalibur, I don't think you were about to send $500. Two, if you'd asked me to do that, I would accept that just for the pure trolling of it, right? And obviously, we're also sponsored by HelloFresh right now. Link for that should be in the description if Cherry has that taken care of, on top of the fact that if you're over on my stream, there's that too. That's one of the other ways that I am trying to take care of bills and such. But as I want to transition my job away from I am just a streamer, I am just a content creator, into also taking on other roles, doing other jobs, I want to, expand my horizons there. Because of that, I would like to try to get more experience doing stuff like that. Isn't that a pre-con, Commander? It is, but the pre-con is $90 now. It's $90, so we are going to be building the deck for $15, and we're going to be building it way better than how the pre-con had it built, as far as I am concerned. Hey, Suris chat. Skellytoll says hydration and preparation. Thank you very much. Yeah, all of that is going to be starting today for anybody who is wanting to get any particular bits of voice work from me. On top of that, on top of the PayPal pool stuff, I am also doing this as an advertisement for anybody who would want my voice on any projects that they are trying to work on right now. That, oh wow, what's going on there? Interesting. Why did that render so strangely? Oh, I see. I see. So I'm gonna have to cut some of that out here in a second, because that was not supposed to stay in there. That is carryover from the previous version of this video. That's so cool. I'm glad that when I edit, I'm just really, really stupid. I'm glad that that's like a universal constant for me, is that I have a singular brain cell. Seffi Nick says, so hypothetically someone could get you to read the Vaporeon copy pasta. Yes, if what you want me to do is read the Vaporeon copy pasta, then send an amount of money that you believe is fair for the Vaporeon copy pasta, and I will gladly read that thing, because that's what you want me to do. I guess that's... Sure, why not? Axolotl says, I know I wouldn't have the money for it, but how much for just asking you what a character might sound like to fit the character? I mean, that's more voice consultation stuff, and I am not very experienced with that at all. I'm used to somebody giving me the parameters for a character and telling me to work within those parameters. Let's see here. Trim. I gotta do end screen, because the YouTube editor is very stupid. You need to delete all of your end screen elements first, save it, and then trim and cut out the superfluous bits right there. Then we are allowed to trim and to add the end screen bits afterwards. Yay, hooray. Hooray. Yeah, voice director. Yeah, no, that's something that again, if somebody wants to pay me to do that work, then I'll obviously do my best to do it, but I do have to be 100% honest, that's not work that I have any experience with. So in the video game that I'm voicing, City of Overton, there's a character named Tim, who I did eventually get to the point where I could tell the voice director, I don't feel like that's how my character would sound. I don't feel like this is how this character would say something. And that only came down to the fact that for several months, I had been voicing that character every Saturday morning over and over and over, and gaining more and more experience with how that character is supposed to sound, how they're supposed to act. to where eventually I had a good enough idea of that. For something else like that, it's hard for me to say what voice should be there for a character. Typically, if you just have a character with a described voice, that'll work. Bohemian Lucy says, I don't think I have anything that I could use voice work for. And that's entirely fair. There's nothing wrong with that. But I did want to go ahead and make that announcement that this is something that I am wanting to pursue. I've mentioned it bit by bit in streams, and the way that you go about getting a career there is you get assigned on with a guild, right? Like SAG-AFTRA. The only problem with getting into the Screen Actors Guild is you need a lot of credits to your name, credits on official projects. And I lack both credits and a portfolio. A portfolio is something that you need to be able to submit to multiple projects to let them know this is what I can do, this is my range, this is everything that you can expect from me. So if you guys are wanting to get work out of me, I am willing to do that work, use it in my portfolio to try to work on those dreams while also trying to dig out of debt myself. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So if you guys are willing to help me with that, I would be greatly appreciative of that, because I would like to expand my horizons as far as what my career path is. I've done the strictly content creator thing for 7 years now. I started in 2017 with what would eventually morph into my full-time job. And so I've almost done this for a decade now. And I would like to expand those horizons a little bit. I always bring you casting calls when I can, and I do appreciate that. The problem with casting calls is that there are no guarantees. So even though I have submitted to multiple different types of voice acting jobs, there's very few that I've been able to actually get. And there's one that I got recently for doing a grizzled New Yorker accent for a character for a decent bid, not a whole lot, under $50 type of money, but it's for somebody's personal project, and it seemed like a fun idea, so I wanted to go ahead and try to do it. So yeah, I guess that also comes without saying, if any of you find any type of voice acting work that you want to send to my way, then I'll obviously take that as well. I will not look to give horse in the mouth where that's concerned either. Suffice to say, while I want to dig out of debt, I don't want to do a marathon. I talked with my patrons a little bit about that, and while a subathon type of deal would probably take care of things very quickly, I'd find myself right back in the exact scenario where I was, because eliminating it quick and then getting the mental health tank that happens as a result of it will be just as expensive as anything else. I would rather slowly work on eliminating both the debts that I accumulated while the channel wasn't doing very well and expand my horizons as I go. So yeah, if you guys find any kind of work, or you have any work for me, or you want to support my channel through the PayPal pool and then submit work to me for me to do through that, however you want to go about it, I will gladly take any kind of work that y'all want to throw my way. Jassa says, my mom took 16 months to get her first gig. She thought about quitting several times, and now she has 6 years under her belt and a ton of books and a few TV stuff. And that's about what I see a lot in the industry because of how long it takes to get through the indie process before you're able to get signed on with a guild. I am willing to sit down and do whatever it takes in this particular regard, on this particular path and venture, because this is something that I want to do. It's something that I've thought about doing for a long time. It's why I even learned how to do voices in the first place before learning more about how voice acting and voice direction works, getting involved in an official project, which, my involvement in it is done. That project should be out in September. If I'm lucky, I may be interviewing one of the people involved with the project as well. Maybe tomorrow. I'm working out things with him as we speak. So, that all said, that's kind of where I'm at. And yeah, if you guys see anything, throw it my way. I'll be looking myself, obviously. I have voice stuff that comes in through Tessa, who serves more as an agent than anything these days, where I'm concerned, because I can't really afford channel management retainer services anymore. That's not a thing that I'm able to afford anymore. So Gainer says, again, try to reach out to online voices like Voice Quills. I know a lot of other starts was just meme shorts. I'm actually not familiar with voice quills, so I would love to hear more about that, and maybe we'll do some looking into that later this stream. Who knows? But anyway, I wanted to do that as a video going out on the channel to let people know that that's an avenue that I'm working on, a path that I'm trying to push forward on, and if you want to support my channel, then that's the thing you can help me with, both financially and work-wise. That all said, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in to this particular video. I'm not ending the stream, but I did want to let everybody know that that's kind of where I'm at where that's concerned. But let's get back into politics stuff, I suppose, after that. Hey, just wanted to give a quick thank you to all of my wonderful patrons who help keep me afloat and help keep this channel going. YouTube and Twitch are wonderful platforms, but at the end of the day, stability is not one of their strong suits. If you want to support my channel, then obviously Patreon is one of the best ways of doing that. Link is in the description. But I do want to personally thank everybody who has contributed to the channel. Those people would be Red Joker, Purple Poundini, Jemshin, Britzkrieg, Jupe the Malignant, Michael, Ravalern, Mabbity Babbity, Astral Frontier, Autumn and Angel, Nixie Chan, Mark Anthony, Victorian Alchemist, I'm not saying the last part of that, and you know that, Arcton Arclacier, Kiratorian, Dren Hadamata, Jordan M, John L, Lord Bleck, Smiling Game Master, and Fireshard. And everyone else who supports my channel and lets me do what I do full time. This is a dream job of mine that I never believed that I would be able to take full time, and with your help, I've been able to do it. So thank you so very much for that. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you all enjoy, and I hope you all are having a wonderful time. I will see you all in the next one, hopefully.